Hi, this is Daryl. Welcome back to my channel. Previously on our original English learning drama series, Jake's calm, structured life was turned upside down when his runaway sister Lila showed up out of nowhere, soaked to the skin, uninvited, and carrying a mysterious letter from their late mom. As old wounds reopened, one haunting line changed everything. The truth's waiting where the sunflowers grow. From that episode, you also picked up some natural, emotional English expressions, just the way native speakers really talk. This series isn't just about watching drama, it's about learning English through real conversations, raw emotions, slang, and sibling tension. Before we jump into episode 2, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a comment telling us your favorite phrase or line. We'd love to hear what stuck with you. Now in episode 2, the real journey begins. What does the message mean? What secrets are buried in their past? And more importantly, how can you level up your English while following their story? Here's how it works. First, watch the short film with subtitles to fully immerse yourself in real-life English. Next, we'll break down the key vocabulary, slang, and natural expressions. Then, it's your turn. Shadow each character line by line and bring the scene to life with your voice. Ready? Let's dive in.
You gonna stare at that screen till your eyes bleed, or we talking about Mom's letter?
Oh, sure, let's ditch my deadline to play treasure hunt with your soggy paper.
It's not just paper, dude. It's Mom. Where the sunflowers grow. Ring any bells?
Her sunflower obsession. Painted 'em, planted 'em, probably dreamed 'em. So what?
So, it's a clue, Jake. She wasn't just doodling. She was hiding something.
Hiding what? Her secret life as a spy? She was an artist, Lila. Not a puzzle master.
Then why write this cryptic crap? The truth's waiting where the sunflowers grow. She wanted us to find something.
Or it's just her being poetic. You're chasing ghosts.
Remember this? Her studio in the old house. We were happy. She wasn't just poetic, she was ours.
That was a long time ago. Doesn't change that I've got a life here. Work, deadlines.
God, you're such a robot. This is Mom's voice, Jake. You really gonna ignore it?
And you really gonna pretend you didn't bail when she needed you? Don't lecture me about Mom.
Fine. Stay here with your precious code. I'm going to the old house, with or without you.
You don't even have a car. And it's pouring.
I'll hitchhike. Later, bro.
Get in before you drown. You're not hitching with some creep.
What, you're playing hero now?
I'm here, aren't I? Let's make this quick.
She painted this when I was 6. Said sunflowers meant hope.
Yeah, well, hope didn't pay the bills.
You think she didn't try? She was broke, Jake, but she loved us. This letter, it's her last try to tell us something.
The truth's waiting where the sunflowers grow, and the key lies where the roots tangle.
A key? Like a literal key?
Or another metaphor. But if it's here, it's probably in her old studio. Backyard shed.
Roots tangle? Here? Jake, look.
Okay, Mom. What the hell were you hiding?
Only one way to find out. You in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Chasing the sun together, huh, Mom?
That scene was something else, wasn't it? I mean, goosebumps. But hey, don't go anywhere just yet. Now comes the real magic. It's time to break it down, piece by piece, and scoop up those golden English phrases hiding in plain sight. Trust me, this is where your English level starts leveling up. So grab your notebook, your favorite snack, or both, and let's dive into the awesome words and expressions you just heard in the movie. Ready to sound like a native? Let's go.
You gonna stare at that screen till your eyes bleed, or we talking about mom's letter?
Stare at. Let's kick things off with stare at. This is when you look at something really hard, like your brain forgets to blink. Think about binge watching a Netflix series at 3 a.m.
You gonna stare at that screen till your eyes bleed, or we talking about mom's letter?
In the episode, Lila jokes, "You gonna stare at that screen till your eyes bleed?" She's teasing Jake for being glued to his laptop and totally ignoring her. And, the letter from their mom.
My day, we didn't stare at birds.
Parents come and stare at the kids.
Till your eyes bleed. Till your eyes bleed. Okay, so this is not medical advice. It's sarcasm. It's Lila's way of saying, "You've been staring at your laptop forever. Talk to me." This is an exaggeration, and English speakers use it all the time to sound funny or annoyed. For example, "You've been scrolling through TikTok since sunrise. Your thumb's gonna fall off."
You gonna stare at that screen till your eyes bleed, or we talking about mom's letter?
Try one in the comments. Exaggerate something your friend always does. Be creative.
Oh, sure, let's ditch my deadline to play treasure hunt with your soggy paper.
Treasure hunt. Treasure hunt. Play treasure hunt is a casual, slightly mocking way to describe searching for something exciting or hidden, like you're on an adventure for buried treasure. This phrase is playful but can carry a sarcastic edge, perfect for showing skepticism or teasing someone. It's super common in casual English when you're talking about looking for something that might be a long shot. Imagine your friend wants to search for a lost phone in a huge park. You might say, "What? We're gonna play treasure hunt in the grass all day?" Or, if someone's digging through old boxes for a childhood toy, you could tease, "Good luck playing treasure hunt in that mess."
Oh, sure, let's ditch my deadline to play treasure hunt with your soggy paper.
Jake makes fun of Lila like, "What, are we playing treasure hunt with this soggy paper?" He thinks she's overreacting, like it's just a piece of paper, not a secret mission.
She does the treasure hunt.
And finally, I had to apologize to my Meemaw, who was an unfortunate victim of my sister's treasure hunt.
You've learned a similar term in episode 1, wild goose chase. Do you still remember its meaning? Awesome. It means chasing something unlikely or impossible. Go check episode 1 again if you missed it. It's also full of phrases and expressions useful for your daily use. I'll put the link for episode 1 in the description box for your convenience. Soggy. Soggy. All right, next up, soggy. Soggy means wet, soft, and maybe a bit gross, like paper that's been rained on or spilled on.
Oh, sure, let's ditch my deadline to play treasure hunt with your soggy paper.
Jake calls the letter soggy paper to dismiss it as unimportant or ruined. It's a vivid descriptive word that paints a picture. Soggy is one of those sensory words that makes your English sound lively and specific. It's not just wet, it's unpleasantly wet. You'll hear it in everyday conversation, especially when describing food, weather, or objects. For example, after a picnic gets rained on, you might groan, "Ugh, my sandwich is all soggy now." Or, if you step in a puddle, you could say, "My shoes are soggy and squishing everywhere." Other related terms include drenched, which means completely soaked, or damp. This word means slightly wet. It's less intense than soggy. In this movie, Jake's saying, "You want me to stop working to chase a clue in a wet letter?" No thanks. But notice how he turns a serious moment into a joke? That's how sarcasm often works, especially in sibling fights.
You're just tired and all soggy.
And it's a little soggy, to be honest.
It's not just paper, dude. It's Mom. Where the sunflowers grow. Ring any bells?
Ring a bell. Ring a bell. Now for ring a bell. No, not literally. It means something sounds familiar. Like when someone says something and your brain goes, I've heard that before.
It's not just paper, dude. It's Mom. Where the sunflowers grow. Ring any bells?
Lila asks Jake, ring any bells? Hoping the phrase, where the sunflowers grow, sparks a memory about their mom.
Also, Mistletoe Manor, does that ring a bell?
Does the name Joel Weinstock ring a bell?
Obsession. Obsession. And that brings us to obsession. It's when someone is super into something, like can't stop thinking about it.
Her sunflower obsession.
Jake says their mom had a sunflower obsession. She wasn't just a fan, she was sunflower crazy, painting them, planting them, living for them.
What is your obsession with this money?
If you understand an obsession, then you know you won't change my mind.
So what? So what? So what? This one's all attitude. It means, who cares? Or, why does that even matter?
Her sunflower obsession. Painted 'em, planted 'em, probably dreamed 'em. So what?
Jake's like, she painted 'em, planted 'em. So what? He's brushing it off like it's no big deal.
So what then?
Clue. 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 You probably know this one. It's a hint or sign that helps you solve a mystery.
So, it's a clue, Jake.
Lila's convinced the letter has a deeper meaning. She says it's a clue to something their mom wanted them to find.
And they don't have a clue.
Certainly didn't have a clue about how to go about it.
Doodle. Doodle. Doodle means drawing little random sketches, usually when you're bored, like stars, hearts, swirls.
She wasn't just doodling. She was hiding something.
But Lila's like, nah, Mom wasn't just doodling. She thinks those drawings actually meant something.
I have this habit of doodling. It keeps me thinking clearly.
Yeah, just doodling.
Cryptic. 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 Ooh, mysterious. Hard to understand, like those lyrics or movie lines where you're like, what does that even mean?
Then why write this cryptic crap?
Lila calls the letter cryptic crap because it's full of weird, vague stuff, and she's trying to figure it out.
You were awfully cryptic on the phone.
It's cryptic! Pause for a second. You've just learned 10 real useful phrases. Not bad for a few minutes of English practice, right? Most learners quit early, but you're still here. That says something about you. Now take a deep breath, and let's power through the final 10. Your English is leveling up right now. Crap. Crap. Speaking of that, crap. Casual slang for nonsense or worthless junk. Not super polite, but common.
Then why write this cryptic crap?
When Lila says cryptic crap, she's venting. Like, this letter makes no sense.
He's gonna get the same treatment as this heavy bag if he doesn't cut this crap out.
You made this a place without a boss, and that sounds really nice, but what that translates into is a bunch of crap.
Be chasing ghosts. Be chasing ghosts. Be chasing ghosts. This is an idiom meaning you're pursuing something that doesn't exist or is impossible to find, like trying to catch a ghost. It's a poetic way to express doubt or warn someone they're wasting time. It's common in emotional or skeptical conversations, especially when someone's stuck on the past. If your friend keeps texting an ex who won't reply, you might say, "You're just chasing ghosts. Move on." Or, If someone's searching for a lost item they'll never find, you could say, "You're chasing ghosts in that attic."
Or it's just her being poetic. You're chasing ghosts.
On a wild goose chase, again, is similar to chasing ghosts, but less about the past and more about a pointless task.
Or it's just her being poetic. You're chasing ghosts.
Jake says it to Lila when he thinks she's wasting her time decoding the letter. Have got a life. Have got a life. Have got a life. Basically, I've got stuff to do. Work, bills, meetings, adult life.
That was a long time ago. Doesn't change that I've got a life here.
Jake's like, I've got a life here, meaning he can't just drop everything for a mysterious road trip.
I got a life too!
It means I've finally got a life to live.
Lecture someone about something. Lecture someone about something. Lecture someone about something means giving a long, serious talk, usually with a "you should have known better" tone.
Don't lecture me about Mom.
Jake's like, don't lecture me about Mom, because he's tired of Lila acting like she knows best.
Don't lecture me, Obi-Wan.
I will not allow you to lecture me about the merits of emotion.
Hitchhike. 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 That's when you get rides from strangers by standing by the road and sticking your thumb out.
I'll hitchhike. Later, bro.
Not super safe, but Lila's desperate. She's like, I'll hitchhike, meaning she'll get to their old house no matter what.
I'll walk or I'll hitchhike.
Wipe it down for Princeton, hitchhike back.
Play hero. Play hero. Play hero means acting like you're saving the day, sometimes for attention.
What, you're playing hero now?
Lila teases Jake when he shows up to help like, oh wow, now you're playing hero?
Well, if you have to play hero, just make sure we both come out okay.
More personnel and more property just because some engineer wants to play hero.
Pay the bills. Pay the bills. Pay the bills. This one's real-life stuff. Work, rent, groceries, the things that keep life going.
Yeah, well, Hope didn't pay the bills.
Jake says, Hope didn't pay the bills, meaning their mom's dreams were nice, but they didn't exactly cover expenses.
He can give me a Lamborghini, but he can't pay the bill.
Happy to pay the bills, Otto.
A key? Like, a literal key?
Literal. Literal. Literal means exactly what the words say. No hidden meaning, no metaphor, just the plain, direct meaning. So if I say, it's raining cats and dogs, that's not literal. It's an idiom, a creative way to say, it's raining really hard. But if I say, it's raining outside, that's literal. It's exactly what's happening. In the film scene, the mom writes, the key lies where the roots tangle. At first, that sounds figurative, like a metaphor. You might think roots equals family roots or memories. But then, guess what? They go to her old garden, dig under the sunflower roots, and find a real physical key buried in the dirt. So now the line is both poetic and literal. It sounds deep, but it's also true in the most basic way.
But they're very fucking literal, you know?
Are you being literal or figurative?
Metaphor. Metaphor. Metaphor, the opposite of literal, is when you describe one thing as something else to paint a picture. Like, life is a journey.
Or another metaphor. But if it's here, It's probably in her old studio.
Jake guesses the letter might just be another metaphor, not a real clue, just poetic talk.
I'm sorry, am I mixing my metaphors there?
The French, they love the culinary metaphors.
You in, I'm in. You in, I'm in. Last ones. You in means, are you coming? And I'm in means, yep, count me in.
Only one way to find out. You in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Lila challenges Jake. You in? And he finally gives in. I'm in. Teamwork unlocked.
So, are you in or out, guy?
Awesome job learning all those words and phrases. You're crushing it. But here's the thing. Learning vocabulary is only half the battle. The real magic happens when you see and hear those words in action. All right, you've watched the drama, picked up the vocab, and decoded all the juicy phrases. Now it's your turn to step into the scene. We're heading into the shadowing part, where you'll practice speaking just like the characters. Here's how it works. I'll play a scene, and you'll repeat each line out loud, matching the tone, rhythm, and emotion. First as Jake, then as Lila. So warm up those vocal cords, channel your inner actor, and let's bring this scene to life, in English. Now is your turn to play Jake. Are you ready? Let's dive in.
You gonna stare at that screen till your eyes bleed, or we talking about Mom's letter? It's not just paper, dude. It's Mom. Where the sunflowers grow. Ring any bells? So, it's a clue, Jake. She wasn't just doodling. She was hiding something. Then why write this cryptic crap? The truth's waiting where the sunflowers grow. She wanted us to find something. Remember this? Her studio in the old house. We were happy. She wasn't just poetic, she was ours. God, you're such a robot. This is Mom's voice, Jake. You really gonna ignore it? Fine. Stay here with your precious code. I'm going to the old house, with or without you. I'll hitchhike. Later, bro. What, you're playing hero now? She painted this when I was 6. Said sunflowers meant hope. You think she didn't try? She was broke, Jake, but she loved us. This letter, it's her last try to tell us something. A key? Like a literal key? Roots tangle? Here? Jake, look! Only one way to find out. You in? Chasing the sun together, huh, Mom?
Great job. Now let's switch role and play Lila. Ready? Go.
Oh, sure, let's ditch my deadline to play treasure hunt with your soggy paper. Her sunflower obsession. Painted 'em, planted 'em, probably dreamed 'em. So what? Hiding what? Her secret life as a spy? She was an artist, Lila, not a puzzle master. Or it's just her being poetic. You're chasing ghosts. That was a long time ago. Doesn't change that I've got a life here. Work, deadlines. And you really gonna pretend you didn't bail when she needed you? Don't lecture me about mom. You don't even have a car. And it's pouring. Get in before you drown. You're not hitching with some creep. I'm here, aren't I? Let's make this quick. Yeah, well, Hope didn't pay the bills. The truth's waiting where the sunflowers grow, and the key lies where the roots tangle. Or another metaphor. But if it's here, it's probably in her old studio. Backyard shed. Okay, Mom. What the hell were you hiding? Yeah, I'm in.
Nice work today. You didn't just watch a story, you lived it in English. From emotional moments to real-life slang, you're building the kind of language skills textbooks can't teach. Keep practicing those lines and don't forget, you can rewind and shadow the characters as many times as you like. In the next episode, Jake and Lila dig deeper into their mom's message, and things are about to get way more complicated. If you enjoyed this lesson, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what happens next. See you in episode 3. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep chasing the sun.